What is head voice? Head voice, which is sometimes confused with falsetto, is the upper register of anybody's voice that resonates in the head and the nasal cavity. A lot of times, very, very young children are speaking primarily in their head voice as their chest voice is really yet to have taken shape and developed. And it sounds lighter. It actually employs a shorter and thinner amount of musculature on the vocal cords themselves. Typically, it is a lighter and a more bell tone quality that's coming out of your voice. Now, I'm speaking in my chest voice, but if I were to speak in my head voice, it would sound like this. There's that lighter and almost younger quality that comes out of it. Now, this can be either clean or breathy, and it sort of just depends on the singer and what's all going on in their vocal health. It is different from falsetto. Falsetto actually means false voice in Italian, and it is implying a lack of actual chord closure on the inside edges of the vocal cords, whereas head voice has a clean seal. Head voice also has the capacity to connect back down into chest or into other parts of the voice, whereas falsetto really has that donkey braying flip that's almost like a yodel. Now, what does it sound like? I want you to try this. Use the syllable we or gi and see if we can find that light, thin, resonating space up here in our head. Think like a child when you do this. Say wee, or gee, gee, gee. And notice where you find the vibration living up into the top space of your head. You might feel it up here in that nasal cavity, a little bit here in the back of your head. Some people can actually feel it when they put their hand on the base of their neck and go, wee! And if you're struggling to find that upper range, I want you to think like a kid going down a slide at a park. Very childlike. Wee! When you don't think like a singer, oftentimes you tap into the best coordinations of singers. So let me show you an exercise that you can do to begin working on developing that head voice. We're going to use a we on a 1-octave arpeggio, starting right here, which is around my first bridge where head voice typically engages for most women. And I'm going to say, wee, 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 wee. I really want to talk it in. Wee, 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 wee. 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 As always, if it's too high, drop an octave. Especially for the gentleman. Wee, 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 wee. You can drop an octave right here and actually still be in your head voice at the top. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. I'm going to do one more. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. It helps to use a siren type of approach to find the ease of connection on those 4 repeats like this. Wee, 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 versus this. Wee, 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 wee. Not that that's wrong, but sometimes that straight approach creates more tension than we need on the chords. And we like that wee, 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 wee. That siren quality has this sort of circular nature, which helps us to not hold on too tight to the scale. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Talking this down a little bit lower to go through the first bridge for a male tenor voice. Wee, 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 wee. One more. Wee, 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 wee.